What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima, Hitchcock music! So I went to the Heavily Flawed YouTube channel, which is owned and operated by Supersly75, and I was able to see the Young Phaorah videos that he did telling his side of the story. But because of those videos, I was able to see the video that Golden Beauty put up to tell her side of the story. Now, it's always bad when, you have young African Americans who are, together or any age, come out to social media and put their information out about one another to the public, especially when there's people that don't care. And it's sad. I kind of wish that, this was, handled behind the scenes. But it wasn't. So they put it out. So I'm talking about it. And then Golden Beauty says that in her response to Young Phaorah about, how basically, he was saying that she didn't want to get along with the polygamy thing. Her response to that was, it wasn't that he didn't want to get along with it. It's that he had no respect for her, and that a lot of things that he teaches about polygamy, a lot of things he teaches about what he does online, he's a complete hypocrite and he doesn't live those things himself. Okay, so she was saying certain things that she should have been allowed to pick the other lady, and then what ended up happening was that instead of that, she was being forced into things. So, and if she didn't like it, he would tell her, like, you can get the hell out of the house. And she has 2 kids, and she wasn't, she's not financially stable. And he basically was using the fact that he had money and she didn't to kind of control her. That was pretty much what she said. But another thing that she talked about was that it was very interesting that a young lady was trying to talk to her on Instagram. Okay. And I guess they were moving to Houston, Texas, and this particular lady was trying to contact her, be her friend, like, yo, we're moving out here. And as she was saying, I thought the lady was black. But as she was talking about this lady, and the lady was Caucasian. So what happened was, I guess the lady that was ended up being her good friend was in a relationship with her boyfriend, and she would come back and talk bad about her boyfriend to Golden Beauty, who is Young Phaorah's baby mama. And but Golden Beauty would be in return, how women talk. She was talking about the problems that her and Young Phaorah were having, and this, that, and the third, and there were issues between the two of them. And the white young lady was like, oh yeah, you shouldn't deal with that and all this and stuff like that, right? Well, at some point, I'm kind of just, paraphrasing this, her and the white lady fell out. And apparently, on one of Young Phaorah's videos, he called that same white lady who's supposed to be her friend. And the white lady also used to talk shit about Young Phaorah with Golden Beauty. But when she answers the phone, she was like, "Peace, King. Can I get a dun 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 sound effect?" So the white lady, it seems like she had went and started telling Young Phaorah some of the things that Golden Beauty was saying about her. And Young Phaorah ended up kind of believing the white lady over his baby mama. And, I guess the white girl was like also a babysitter and a nanny. So Golden Beauty was like, well, listen, I'm not going to leave my kids with her. And so when Young Phaorah talks about that she won't let him see the kids, it was only in the context of, well, no, you want me to bring my kids around that white lady. And, this is what's really happening. And I find this interesting if this is the truth. Again, I don't know. And Young Phaorah's side is his side of the story. Her side is her side of the story. I do believe that Young Phaorah is a young man. He didn't have a really good family structure in his life. He's a young man that has, a lot of success now, money. He can buy things. Different women are in his inbox. And she said that, he met her when she was 19, he was 23. So then a life experience. And like Brother George Macon was talking about this to me. He's like, we're all watching Young Phaorah grow up before our eyes. You know, this is a guy that didn't have a lot of mentorship, a lot of help. And, you know, a lot of us as young black men have also made, you know, similar mistakes. So, you know, is Young Phaorah most likely perfect? Probably not. Are they both saying things that are true about each other? Yes. But what's the most interesting is this: if her side of the story is true, we're seeing a black couple come to the demise behind the white woman. Whether, you know, Young Phaorah's messing with her or not, I don't know. I can't prove that. And it's, to be honest, not my business. But the one thing that, you know, that Young Phaorah teaches vehemently on his channel is that white people are not to be trusted. Okay. Now that was, you know, and then as he started to blowing up, he started to get a lot of support from Caucasians, right? And I didn't see videos, but I think that he was saying on one of his lives, according to one other YouTuber, that, you know, that a white person saved his life, a white person helped him do this and that, and such. And then, you know, that's kind of what you kind of see in a lot of in the pro-black B1 spaces. You know, you hear a lot of talking against, you know, the system, talking against the Caucasians and stuff like that. And then and that's what Young Phaorah used to accuse Black Lives Matter of, and other blacks are doing that. But then, according to his own baby mama, this is something that he's doing, that he actually took the word of a Caucasian over his baby mama. Now again, it could all be cap, but what we are seeing, that's for sure, is that people who come from homes that are most likely broken can't be together. Okay, that's the reality. They can have sex, they can be attracted to each other, they can do all of these things, but knowing how to treat a woman, knowing how to treat a man, knowing when to say something, knowing when not to say something. You know, she had a whole bunch of text messages, according to her, that he was telling her, like, you know, that he wished she would die. She had some text message receipts of, you know, the ladies he was dealing with, and messages of him abusing her or stuff like that. You know, all that happened, which are not to be, you know, saying that it's okay. Young people, men and women, both partake in stuff like that, in even older folks, right? And the reality is that, you know, it's a tough process to learn how to appreciate our people. You know, it's a tough process to know how to love each other, or how to disagree. You know, it's one thing to get together and know how to have sex and know how to, take nice trips and to know how to come on, but to know how to do the day-to-day little things, how to compromise on certain stuff, and, you know, how to be, how to grow into being a man. You know, being a man is unfortunately not about your ability just to provide. Being a man is also knowing when not to say something. Being a man is also knowing when to walk away. Being a man is also knowing when to understand when you're wrong, understand when you're right. You know, and that all comes with time. And he's just a young man. You know, he's a young brother, and he'll get there. You know, he'll get there. But a lot of us, when we were his age and around that time, we were going through the same things. We were making the same mistakes, right? And so Young Phaorah is just a brother that is figuring it out on his own. She's a young woman. Unfortunately, I believe she's a very young woman with 2 kids already. So I don't know what her particular outlook will be with 2 children at that age. It's, you know, it's kind of rough to overcome that, especially if, you know, you're trying to go to school and stuff. So she has her work cut out for her. But what do you guys think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. So another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the black Men of Privilege t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.